What is that on your face? Please put smile on and let's get on this particular journey. So on this particular video, what I wanted to share to you is actually to demystify the mystery of receiving, because I believe and I have seen again it happened to me that people have prayed and prayed and prayed and tried to get whatever they were looking for, but at the end of it, it seemed to be as if say that they didn't get to it. You understand? So if you are that particular guy, if you are actually trying to make money, especially when it comes to online or receive whatever it is that nature can give, you understand, and you could not even lay your hand upon it. Yeah, I believe I will urge you to pay close attention to understand this thing that I wanted to share to you this morning at this particular time. You understand me? So without wasting our time, because I wanted to wrap up this particular piece of content within few minutes. So understand me? So let's get to where I want to take to deliver this particular message. Again, I would like you to watch and listen in between the lines so that you get this particular training. So when it comes to receiving something, especially from our mother earth, or you can call it God, you understand me? Because for me, I believe that everything that comes on this particular earth comes from God. As far as good stuff is concerned, you understand me? So now, but when it comes to the only thing there is what is the process? So in book of Matthew chapter 7 verse 7, the Bible said, ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be opened to you. Verse 7. And verse 8 said, for whomever, for anyone who asks. Look, Jesus did not say for all the Christians who ask. He did not say for all the Muslims who ask. He did not say for all the pagan. He said for anyone, regardless of whomever you are, who asks shall receive. And whomever, anyone, so everyone who asks shall receive, and anyone who seek will find, and whomever that knock on the door will be open to him. So this particular message is somehow a mystery to a lot of people, because actually a lot of people have been asking and asking God, going to church and be praying, and they haven't even know. I haven't even seen what they were praying for. So the question is, does it mean that God is no more hearing? Or does it mean that you are not praying well? And when you talk of praying, that's what I wanted to break. This is a mystery. A lot of people do not understand what it is to ask, or what it is to actually seek, and what it is to actually knock. So this particular idea when it come to me, because for me I prayed and I desired to understand this particular mystery for years. I decided to understand it because it seemed to be neutral, as it seemed to be simple, it seemed to be just asked, but a lot of us have been asking and we're not receiving it. I don't know what if you get it. So the question is, what is that particular ask? What does Christ mean when he said ask? And what does he mean when he says seek? And what does he mean when he said knock? Because if you can understand as in practically, not just theoretically, but practically what this particular stuff mean, I believe that if we apply it, then we have done our own. I don't know what if you get it. So maybe yeah, and not maybe once you apply it, we expect whatever we apply for. I know what you get it. So now let's take it one by one so that it will not confuse us again. If you understand this, you know that you don't need to be suffering much to gain whatever you wanted to gain. You understand me? So, number one is ask and you shall receive. So, what does it mean by asking? Let me explain this thing in a practical way. In a practical way, that so that you understand it. So, what I understand by asking and what has been working for me and has been working for everybody that have actually understand it and implement it is simple. So the question I asked myself when I was trying to understand this was like, from where does God take our petition from? In other words, when we ask God something, where does He take it? Where does God hear it from? In other words, if God has to do it, from where does He take it from? Is it from our mouth that we use to speak it out, or is it from anywhere else? Like if it happened to be a kind of I have to write a petition and just drop it somewhere, where does He come to take that particular stuff from? And at the end of it, what people believe is whenever you speak, it will come to pass. And whenever you speak, he will pick it from that particular language, from that particular speaking. But I have seen a lot of people that not speak and they prayed. In other words, there are, okay, what of this particular dumb people? Which understand it deaf and dumb. Or there are some people that not even utter anything in their words, and they receive whatever they were asking for. So the question is, what does it mean to ask? For me, at this particular time, to ask simple mean as in to actually where God takes something from is actually not necessarily from our mouth. What He has to do for us, that's what I mean. Not necessarily from our mouth, but from our belief system. I don't know what they figure it. So if my mouth were asking God, God, I want 10 million in next 3 months, and my belief was like, wow, 10 million is too much. Then, in other words, that belief system doubted that particular my mouth. I will never see that 10 million. There are no two ways about it. You will never see it. And that is what happened. So a lot of people think only that once you speak it out, it happened. But I believe that where the divinity, the God, the infinite intelligence, whatever you call it, take the information, the request you made from you is from your belief system. So whatever your belief system agreed on is what is being done to you. I don't know what difficulty. So the process is actually how can we get this particular stuff done? Practical. Let me actually show you what asking simple mean. Let's assume that I wanted to have 10 million in 3 months or something like that. So in other words, I have to ask myself, why do I want 10 million? Look, James in book of James chapter 4 verse 3 said, you do not receive what you ask because of the wrong motive. Probably he said that you not probably, he said you didn't receive. If you're asking and you're not receiving it, it's because of the wrong motive. But I'm telling you here that that thing he said is true. But number one of it is because many people do not actually ask. Really, they just speak well. They didn't ask. So what ask simple mean is you have what you are looking for. And the reason why you want, let's assume for me, let's assume I want 10 million within 3 months. What am I doing with 10 million? Let's assume I wanted to build house, I wanted to buy car or some other thing. So I know. So asking simple mean being clear, as in crystal clear of what you want. Being crystal clear of what you want. So you take your time, something like within a month, or I mean say within a week, to actually look around you to know what you need and what you want. So there is a difference between what you need and what you want. What you need is actually what is the necessity of life, that without it you'll be suffering. But what you want simple mean when time and money is not an issue. When money and time is not an issue, what did you want to have? I didn't know what you should get. In other words, if the power is within you that once you thought it, you think about it, it just happened. In other words, if you want to have 10 million, I would say in my mind, I want to have 10 million, 10 million will come. That is what you want. So when you remove time and the money, if money and time is not issue, what will you like to have? That thing is what you want. I know they should get it. And it's not illegal for you to have it. It's not illegal. It's pure legal and moral for you. As far as that the motive, the thing is a good thing, and the motive you needed to have it is actually good. You can have it. So now, asking simple mean when you get that particular thing that you want in your thinking mind, you wrap it with belief that you have it. I will tell you how you can break the walls of doubting. I will say tell you. So because the only thing that affects your belief is doubt. I don't know whether you get it. So you wrap that particular thing you want to believe and desire to have it. Two things. Believe and desire to have that particular stuff. Probably you can create a plan for it. Plan very simple means what is that you want, when do you want it, what can you give in return of it. In other words, if it's a monetary stuff, what can you sell to have it? You know exactly what you have to do to have it. Then you actually The only reason is how to do that particular stuff. Again, we'll still get back to that because I'm rushing this. I want us to wrap it under some minutes. You understand me? So now, once you are crystal clear of what you want, it can be 2 things, 3 things, or 4 things at a time. You might write it down and have that particular stuff with you. You understand me? When you need to have it again, when you are writing when, do not put when in present tense. I mean, say in the future tense, put it in the present tense. Let's assume that if I wanted to have 10 million in 3 months, I know that 3 months from now, this month is actually May, June, July, August is August. So I can say by August this particular month, I have 3 million. Instead of I will have 3 million, I will say I have 3 million. In other words, I put it in a present tense, not in future tense. I don't know what if you get it. So once you know exactly what you want and you wrap it with belief that you can get it and with also the desire to get it, then that particular thing you want to wrap this in this particular package, you always memorize it in your mind. Again, not every time you are going, but most of the time you are alive. Whenever you wanted to think, whenever you wanted to live in your mind, whenever you wanted to meditate, and most of the time in the morning and in the afternoon, I mean say in the morning, immediately you wake up and in the night before you sleep. You understand me? You have this thing. Think about it in your conscious mind. In other words, you are thinking mind. The more you think about it in your conscious mind, the more it will get to your subconscious mind. And once that particular thing you want get into your subconscious mind, remember you wrap it with belief you have it and also the desire to have it. Once that particular package, this thing you want, wrapped with belief you have it and the desire that to have it is being pushed from your conscious mind to your subconscious mind, game over. That is only when you have asked. I don't know what they forget is. So you have asked. Once you get to your subconscious mind, that simple means practically you have asked. And that is what Christ means. Once you did it, believe it, you get it. And no, I don't care whatever it is. It is practically happening. It might take some time, depending, but it will come to happen, it come to be. Because what actually happens is that once you go to your subconscious mind, then because of the desire, the vibration of the desire to have that particular stuff you are clearly about, you know, I want this particular car, this particular color, this particular engine type, you just know what you want. I want this particular house that will be with a swimming pool. I want to build it. You just know what you want. Exactly explain it in a detail to yourself. So, and you wrap it with the belief and desire to have it. In other words, desire and to have it and the belief you have it before you push those particular content into your subconscious mind. So, once it's your subconscious mind, what happens is your subconscious mind have the potential to translate it into a spiritual equivalent and submit it to the infinite intelligence. It's not you that get it to the infinite intelligence. What I mean by you is your conscious mind have no that ability to put it into the infinite intelligence. What actually put it into to the spiritual realm or to the infinite intelligence is actually your subconscious mind. But so your subconscious mind, if it's not in the vibration, is not much. If the vibration of whatever you want is not you create in your mind is not, in other words, the desire to have it and believe that you have it is not equal to the whatever you want. I didn't know what if you get it. Then it can once you get into your subconscious mind, it filled with doubt and some other things, and probably you might not get it. No matter whatever you prayed, you see you'll be blaming the word of God, claiming as in complaining that the what Christ said is not true, but it's true. It's because you didn't do your own part well. But once you get it, so to act is actually to wrap whatever you want with desire to have it and believe that you have it and push it by repetition of memorizing it, of visualizing with faith. You know what faith? Faith is actually visualizing and believing in the attainment of desire, in what you desire. I didn't know if you get it. So once that thing get into your subconscious mind, that thing you want get into your subconscious mind with that particular wrapper of desire to have it and believe you have it, do not worry much about how you can. Once you get to your subconscious mind, game over, you are done. Then it's the duty of your subconscious mind to actually as in translate that particular vibration, translate it to its spiritual equivalent, and mail it, shoot it, or submit it to the infinite intelligence. In other words, by then you have asked something. I know what if you get it. The infinite intelligence will actually package it for you. I didn't know if you get it and give it to you. Now, what when that particular thing happened, always what will be coming out from your mind from then is actually those things you want that you have pushing. Because what will become what you think about. So the gearing game is actually what did you want? Get it into your subconscious mind so that you think about it most of the time. Whenever you wanted to take it, will come up from your mind, from your subconscious mind. And once that thing is doing the infinite intelligence will pick the whatever the vibration of that. I don't know whether you get it. So you done your duty by getting thing subconscious mind get convert it or translate it to its spiritual equivalent, mail it or submit it to the infinite intelligence, and you'll be ready to have that particular stuff. Then you asked. And not if you get it, you ask. So what will happen is actually when you ask, because that particular three statement, they congruent, they are just a kind of steps. They are not individual. They are not separated. They are wanting. So after you ask that particular stuff, then you within that particular time, you always pay close attention in the circumstances that is around in failures and some other things, because most of the time the package will come in a disguised format. Take for example, for me, let me give you this particular example. I was trying to make money and I was successful unlocking and flashing phone. Then out of the time, everything seemed to crash. You understand me? And I was trying to help myself, but I couldn't until I changed my, in other words. So I started memorizing what I wanted in my life, the kind of house I want to build, the kind of car that I want to actually ride on, and some other things. You understand me? So eventually this particular stuff get into my subconscious mind and game over. So what happens is when it gets into my subconscious mind, the actual package come in a disguised way, because remember I'm still unlocking and flashing for, so everything seemed to crash in my business. I don't know if you get it. It might be one of some of my life, but I don't what I know is that that particular progressive actually forced me to online. And when I come to online, I was successful. I don't know what if you get. So in other words, did you see how it come in a disguised way by closing this particular door? Again, most of the time when divinity is working, they have to close the door you are first before the other door. I didn't know whether how it works, but it's just like that. So once that particular stuff happens, because it's in subconscious mind, it will begin to unfold opportunities for you. Again, be warned, most of the time it comes in a disguised way. In other words, hidden in a failure. But once you're looking behind the failure, you'll be able. That's the one thing that helped me to make a one particular quote I make while I was bathing, taking my shower. You understand me? So that quote is very simple. That mistakes are the best teacher of perfection, but you have to pay close attention to its lesson and not its damage. Very powerful quote. You see, you understand me? So now it happened. So the next thing is actually to seek. What does it mean to seek? Once you have pushed that particular stuff inside your subconscious mind, then you are ready. It have meld. Not your duty again. It's duty of subconscious mind. That is how God designed it. You have melded it. So what you have to do is pay close attention to ideas. Nothing great ever happen without inspiration. Nothing great. On this particular earth, nothing great ever happened without inspiration. You see, we are, let me say this, we are spirit powered, information driving being. Human being is spirit powered, information driving being. I don't know how you understand this particular stuff. So now we operate based on the information that is in our mind. It's very simple. So the question is, how does those information come? And biologically, we are trained to, or we are led to know that there is five senses that we use to perceive information. Number one, we have sense organs that have these particular senses. Eye is one of them. Ear, tongue, nose, and touch. You understand me? That is fifth sense. Sense organ that we use to actually work on collecting information to our mind. I don't know if you get it. I don't know whether you get it, but then there is sixth sense. And since this system is seen to be the receptive set of the mind, in other words, where the information that come to our mind through what we call inspiration or hunches or idea come to, or many of them revelation come to that particular source. You understand? So now that particular sixth sense is seen to be a medium between the finite mind of human being and infinite mind, so to say, of infinite intelligence of the divine being. I don't know what they forget it. So it's a link, is where the information from that particular divine being come. And this particular received sixth sense can perceive information from four places. Number one is from our subconscious mind. That's why what is much in your subconscious mind always most of the time come up to your conscious mind. And nobody forget it. If the conscious mind is taken mind, subconscious mind is actually what operates you automatically. And nobody forget it. So now it pick from subconscious mind, it pick information from the infinite intelligence. For me, I call it God. Then it pick information from the subconscious mind of another person. Yeah, there is connection. Like for you now, in a deep meditation, I can get information from your subconscious mind. You understand? It's working. God made it. It's natural. That is how God make it on human. And nobody forget it. So now, another thing, but it's a development, is what you have to be developed gradual by gradual. Let me actually not actually correct what it make you to be afraid of. So understand. Then another one is actually you can pick information idea from conscious mind of another person. Like this thing I'm showing you now, probably there are some idea that is coming into your mind. So you are picking it from my conscious mind. No, they forget it. So apart from these four places, there is no other place that you pick information. But highly of them is depending on the state of your mind. If your state of your mind, you have actually know how to control your mind, highly you'll be picking from the infinite intelligence. But if you are living in your mind, you'll be picking most of them from your subconscious mind, which most of the time it pop up. You think that it's Holy Spirit that talk to you. It's not. It might not be Holy Spirit. It might be your conscious, subconscious mind information that is there that just pop up, like as if say that you are drinking Coke, the bubbles just pop up. You understand me? So now that is that. So seeking is actually, now you have something you have submitted, you have asked, you need to know, because there must be something you have to do to have it. You must pay the price. It depends. The price might be okay, why not join online? The price might be okay, why not promote this particular product? Whatever it is, there must be information. So that information is what you are seeking for. And most of the time, you give yourself quiet time, something like in the morning or in the and in the evening. You just meditate on this particular what you want. And once you are fixing your mind on that particular stuff, your desire to have it will be increasing and some other things. And once it's increasing, men or men, the vibration will be higher and some other things. So the information, the ideas on how to come to, or how to come to be, will be coming into your mind. Most of the time, depending, remember that the idea is coming from the forces I showed you. So it depends on whichever that is come. So once the idea, if the idea come and you tried that and it did not work, weigh yourself well to know whether if you actually did it in a way it should be done. If it did not work, probably it might not be that particular information you are looking for. I didn't know they get it. So most of the time, divinity, while they receive their own information, the idea you are seeking for is actually, they can release it one idea to actually give you everything once you take action upon it. Most of them, they will give it in a kind of journey. Okay, you have to take this particular action, do this particular stuff, and it will get you to close, especially when it comes to monetary life. Then it will get to, maybe let's assume I'm looking for 10,000. Take one idea to get me to 2 million. I mean, say 10 million to get me to 2 million. You understand? So I can actually get an information. Why not reinvest my result on an investment, so I can pick some of the money, either half of it, get much traffic to whatever I'm doing, or do more production depending whatever I'm doing. I don't know what if you get it, but I just use that particular some money to do it. Then I can go to 2 million or probably 4 million now, because I invested most of the money on it. I didn't know what if you get it. It's very simple, but everything started with the mind. I don't know what if you get. So you are looking for that information, and once you pick that for information, then you have find what you are seeking for. That information, that particular number two seem to be the highest, not most hard, when the number one is taken care of. When the number one is taken care of, the idea comes most of the time on its own. I know you get it. So when the idea comes, then we see to the third one, which is knocking. Knocking simply means taking action upon that particular idea. Let me illustrate this particular thing with actually a practical life. Let's assume that a lady is a barren woman and is praying for God to actually have a child. I don't know what difficult is. So he went to God in prayer and he have this particular belief and desire to have a child on his conscious mind, and by much of thinking about it, he put it into his conscious mind. So he has done his own. Then boom, God pick it, and probably God have answered the prayer, but he didn't know. So in the moment of seeking, God said, let's assume that information come to him or an idea come to him, or a kind of realization that God have answered it. I don't know what they get it. So if that person knew now by the feeling or by the information, idea or whatever that God have answered it, so one has been taken care of, two have been taken care of. The third one is actually to knock, in other words, to take action. So if somebody get to this particular level, I know what if you get it, and he did not go, he said to herself, God have answered it, I have to have a child. You didn't go to meet with your husband, or you go to meet with your husband when you know, practical know, and sure that you are not in the ovulation period to conceive, probably you will not see the child. So you have to take a specific action that is needed based on the feeling, based on the information you get, based on the idea you get on whatever you are asking for before you can have it. So somebody will say, Oliver, you are teaching all this. What of if somebody pray for somebody, will he get it? Why are you confused on this particular area? I said we are talking of the process of asking, finding, and receiving. I mean, say knocking. Do you understand? So I said that the asking is just get it into your subconscious mind, wrapped in with belief and actually the desire to have it, you done on that particular one. Then you pay close attention till you get the information. Again, there's no need of trying to strive yourself more on this particular number two if number one is not taken care of. So how can you know that number one is taken care of when most of the time what you think about, like if you have to rest, what will pop up to your mind is not actually about the fear of not being able to pay for your house rent, of fear of if you are looking for a child, fear of not having a child. But what pop up to your mind is actually a feeling of having that particular thing you want. That idea is what coming on your mind. You know that you have entered into your subconscious mind. So what you think mostly, what always pop out from your mind to your mind is what is in the subconscious mind, higher percentage of it. I don't know what you get it. So once that particular stuff is done, and so and once it get to your subconscious mind, be ready, because most of the time the ideas will be unfolding itself. You might be walking and just got an idea, you might be taking shower, you just got an idea on how to actually get closer to what you are looking for, how to actually get that particular stuff at one time. I don't know what if it is. So I didn't want to actually spend much of the time explaining this particular stuff. I just found out that a lot of people do not understand what Christ mean on acts, and they were complaining that Christ just said something and not answering prayer because you have not actually asked. Remember, I'm talking of asking. I'm not talking of maybe fire prayer or war prayer. I'm asking of the Lord or the universe. You understand me? So it's very simple. This thing is very practical. Look, let me tell you one thing. Napoleon Hill, in one of his best book called Think and Grow Rich, in chapter that the edition I read, the chapter 41, exactly the seventh line from top, show the same Napoleon Hill says, there is nothing right or wrong which belief plus burning desire cannot make real. And he continued to say, he said that this quality is free for everyone. This quality is free. I just explained to you what it means. So instead of trying to be working to grow rich, why not think to grow rich? And somebody will say, Levi, you are deviating. I not. Most of us that wanted to make money, remember, whatever you have externally, whatever you have in this real world, in prosperity and some other things, whether poor or rich, is a reflection of what is happening in your mind. It was one of my friends put it like this. Poverty is let me put it like this way so that you get it. Poverty simply means inactive mind. Inactive mind. That's simple. So when your mind is working, filled, your subconscious mind filled with what you want, that have good morale, in other words, that is good. You don't just want that particular money to buy the car to just prove to your enemy that you have money. You just want to buy the car to live as a rich man. It's good to have it. I know they forget it. That particular costless car. You just want to feel being rich. You just want to feel being the son of the God. I know they forget it. A child of the Most High. You just want to have these feelings. You just want to ride, to come out when you are going to a party, when you are going to a wedding, when you are going to any event, to come out from the one of the costless car, to become an inspiration for people to come up. You just have this feeling, and you put it in your subconscious mind. It's good, you get it. So once you follow that particular area, you get it. So I promise you to talk about how to fight the unbelief system. Again, the best way is actually on Tuesday. I am recording this particular video on 26th May 2018, and Tuesday should be, let me actually get this particular stuff. Tuesday should be on 29th May 2018. So on 29th May 2018, we have a webinar by 8 p.m. to understand me. We have a webinar that will have to actually walk you through. You do not actually fail this webinar. Again, if you're watching this video after this date I just mentioned, then what you have to do, either you go to our channel, our YouTube channel, or probably try to know where you can actually get contact with me and ask me of that particular webinar. The webinar will be called the process of manifestation. It will open your eyes. You see practically how you can make a lot of money, especially when it comes to online and even offline. It depending on whatever you are doing out there. You understand me? So that webinar will be huge. On that webinar, we'll talk more of how to actually control that and some other in-depth stuff that I wanted to share with you guys. You understand? So without wasting time, but one of the things that I will just share now, so that this video will be not be just partially breeze to lead you to webinar, is actually one of the things that helped me then is actually I was like, let's assume I wanted 3 million in 3 months, and I wanted 10 million in 3 months, and my belief system doubted it. So my mind was like, if the president of your country is your dad, and you needed 3 million, 10 million, will he give it to you? Probably he can. He will give it to me because I need it. But most of the time, and the other man say, what if he's not willing to give it? So now the other man think and says, okay, that one now, there is a doubt also on it. Okay, let's assume that the president of the United States, that is the president of the world at that time I'm recording this video, is contesting for second tenure, whichever president it is, contesting for second tenure, and there is a plot to kill him and rig the election, and kill him, and I was able to get the facts. Let's assume a video feed that showed everything, and text messages that prove that there is this particular stuff. Then I have the potential to, I have the number, magically, let's assume when I'm sleeping or whatever, the number of that guy come on my phone or come on my mind, I dial it and get that particular whomever the president is, think about it. And I tell president, I just have a fact that this election that is coming up will be rigged and you'll be killed. And he say, what is your fact? I just say, go to this particular link and watch it. And he went to the link and watch it. Now he have to prove to the court and some other way to prove his opponent that, let's assume it's the opponent that is doing that particular stuff. I know what they forget it. So now, actually, I say to him, I can give you where you can get the messages that went through on this particular plot for you to get more fact to prove your opponent and get him out of the way. But you have to pay me 10 million naira. Do you think that he can do it? Let's assume that video feed, after watching it, I just deleted it. He could not get hold of it. Do you think that he can pay me 10 million to have that particular fact? He can even pay me more than that to have that particular fact. Are you getting it? So now, because I gave him help that saved him, now take out this particular help and take out the president and replace the president with God that created the whole universe in 7 days, and replace the problem now with love that he has on us, that made him to come and die for us. I didn't know what they forget it. So in other words, somebody what I'm trying to say is that the only way for you to most of the time you cannot kill doubt forever. It's a part of the life. Doubt, fear, and some other things is a part of life, but you can tame it. You can be on top of it. You can control it. Whenever I try to come, you can actually give it the position it should be. I don't know if you get it. So the one of the best way that helped me to survive is always measure my problem with my God or whatever universe. Measure it with universe. So I can think, okay, how much is it? I need 10 million in 3 months. And how much is in the world? More than trillions of pounds is in the world. So why is it possible? So I'm trying to measure my God, measure the creator of the whole universe with my problem. And I will see that he could not even see my problem. That is actually helped me to one of the practices that actually helped me to be overcoming doubt. Again, in our webinar, I will explain in detail how the processes that you can use to go and some other things, so that you'll be free financially and you live a financial free life. Again, without wasting time, this secret is just one I wanted to forward to you, and I believe that I covered the whole areas. Whatever that doubt you have, just comment below and somebody will prove to me, who will try to actually counter move or try to doubt me by quoting something like John 12:8, where Jesus said that there will always be poor among your people. Remember, Jesus is not cursing us, neither is he prophesying or what is about to happen or what will happen. Jesus was saying this thing based on what he saw that is happening. So if me and you understand, like I have understood the process now, and I'm changing you. So if you can understand it and implement it, and you see that it's true, and you change somebody else, before you know it will change a lot of lives. So we might deal with that particular thing, because Jesus, I believe, that wish for us to be all rich. That's why the Bible says that he died for us. He come and give us his rich and take our poor. I don't know if you get it. So he just said what he saw, that it's possible for us to change it. So let's work together and we'll be able to do it. Without wasting time, I have to wrap this video here and urge you understand what prayer is. When you come before God, what problem can you solve for people? Whichever problem is that you want to solve for people, ask for how you can solve it better. And once you solve it better, money will show up. That is all about money. I didn't know if you get it. But you must first of all get what you wanted to use money for into your subconscious mind. That is what asking is. I will see you whenever I have to see. Bye.